I'll record it for Miller and see how it comes out.
All right, sick.
What was the question? Can you ask it again?
Yeah, he probably knows. Harry,
Yeah.
what was the question
The one that Miller said or that I asked?
that you asked?
Did he play at Leicester for the first team or like a reserves team or something like that?
First team.
First team, wow. That's awesome.
Dre, is that Alex from Lowell or is that probably Alex from Hi, Alex. Alec.
Good morning.
Alec is
Hi guys.
good. Alec is an assistant coach with Dre at UMass Lowell. He's a big Celtic fan. So
That's right.
Yeah, that's right. So he probably knows Philip more than I do.
Fan favorite from back in the day.
There you go.
Hi guys. Yeah, just to say hello to all of you. I don't know how many of you are in these conversations, but I'm glad I got the chance to speak with you.
Hey Philip, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate you taking some time to come and share a little bit of your story. Is your video working, or are you gonna keep it in audio?
To be honest, I don't know how to make a video. Wait just a second.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, good to see you. So this is
you too, man.
So you probably can see. How many people can you see?
1, 2, just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, around 12 people, I would say.
That's good. Yeah. So this is U12 and U13 mixed. We're a team from Massachusetts. So we really appreciate you coming along and sharing with us. So I'm probably gonna screw it up a little bit, but his name is not Ivan. His name is Filip Benković. And Philip, could you tell us what you preferred me to call you today? So it could be Philip, Ben. I hear that might be your
Ben or Benko.
Benko. I like Benko.
Yeah, Benko. Yeah. I got that nickname in Celtic, and I like it.
There you go. We have a big Celtic fan, so you'll probably get one or two questions from Celtic. If you could just give us a quick introduction. I sent the boys some of your highlights and some of your pictures of you, but just like a 30-second introduction for them to know you a little bit better.
Yeah, fine. So my name is Filip, and now at the moment I'm playing in Bristol City in England. Championship. That's second league, and I was playing in Dinamo Zagreb in Croatia for like 16 years, like since I was 5 years old, 6 years old, and that was my boys' club, and that was my first dream to play for the club in my country, and after that I made the transfer to Leicester City in England, and I was there like maybe a couple of weeks, maybe 1 month, and situation was not so good for me at that time, because they already started pre-season. They did everything, before I came, and I spoke to coach, and he said to me, maybe it's the best choice to go out on loan for 1 season. And there was a couple of options to go, but when option with Celtic came, I didn't think about that a second. I just made that decision in 5 minutes, and I went up north in Glasgow, and was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Everyone who asked me what's the what's the best part of my career, I would say first game for Dinamo Zagreb, and then after my time in Celtic. 1 year in Celtic.
For now,
But-
just for now.
Yeah, just for now. Yeah, but I really enjoyed there, and I would love to be honest, I would love to come back one day if there will be opportunity. But yeah, now I'm in Bristol, and I mean it's good, it's a big challenge for me as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully this season, when this season starts over again, hopefully we will catch the promotion for the Premier League. Yeah, that's basically me. Yeah.
That's good. That's a good little background. So we have a good picture of you while we go through the questions. So what we normally do is so I've sent the boys an article. I believe Ivan sent you the article as well. And then I just ask you questions that can kind of relate to you and to the main character in the article. But mostly we want to hear what you have to give us and how you've gone through these situations in your life, because we'll be able to connect them at all levels, at the Premier League level or the La Liga level, the level that you're at, and then even down to college level. We have some college coaches, and then the youth level. So we'll get right into it. I want to get through the questions quick so that I'm sure some of the people here will also want to ask you several questions.
Sure.
So right off the bat, we'll go with so in the article, it was Ronaldinho, and he's giving himself a letter. It's a letter to his younger self. And we can see that he had a mentor throughout his entire career. And normally we look up to maybe superstars, but his mentor the entire time was his brother, and obviously the heir or essence of his father. So I just wanted to ask you, who has been your most influential mentor, and what makes him or her so special?
Yeah, I would say because I lost my dad when I was young. When I was 7 years, and from that time I was maybe too young to notice some things around what was happening around me. But when I was growing up a little bit, I said to myself, you have to do it now for your family. You have to sacrifice every day of your life. No holidays, no. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
Just to put everything into training. And when I seen my mother what was doing for me and for my sister, she tried to organize for me when I was younger, to have football boots, and just basic stuff, and yeah, that was like my type of the mentor. I know what mentor means, who is telling you about something about football.
Yeah, but
yeah, I mean, unfortunately I didn't have some of a person like that, who was telling me about football every day.
yeah.
I couldn't ask anyone at that time, just to speak at home about football, because it's hard to speak with women's about football, Yeah, but so yeah, there were mine like motivation in my life, and I said you have to do everything in that period from when you are younger until now, because it's important, because you are building like some of the routine, because if you wake up earlier and you go on training earlier and you do something before training, you will get used to it on that, and you won't notice that you are growing, you are starting to be better person, better player, better, and I think that's important for everyone.
That's good, man, because sometimes we just think of the word mentor and we feel that it's somebody that has to be holding our hand the entire way, or someone that we always go back to. But I mean, the essence of people can mentor us throughout the way, and I think your dad will always be with you. I think the sacrifices your mom has done is something that can get you further than someone that can be with you every day type of thing. So that's a really good answer. And I mean, it helps us relate not only to look up to mentors, but we can also be mentors to people around us and what we sacrifice for somebody else or our siblings. I think it gives us a different perspective as opposed to just a teacher that's always there. So that was a great way to look at it. So we'll go right into the next question. So there was a moment where in the letter Ronaldinho's dad tells Ronaldinho, and then Ronaldinho tells his younger self that he's gonna have people that do not believe in him. And I just wanted to ask you, have you ever been in a situation where you felt, maybe a coach, a team, teammates, where you felt that there was no belief in you and your talent or in your work, and how did you persevere through that?
Yeah, of course. There was always some people who don't believe in you, and because that's normal in football life, in sport as well, in every sport. But it's important how you deal with it, you know. And if you get some bad information, bad comment about your game, and if someone said negative thoughts about you, and if you will start to think about that every day, every single day, you will start to think that you are maybe even worse than they speak that you are, you know. But actually that's not true, you know. That's only just one maybe small detail which it will go, start to get better, you know, from the time. Because when you see something you are missing, you know, if you are missing something, I don't know, a little bit of agility, of maybe shooting or passing, you know, you can get everything from, you know, it's only about the training. But if someone says something to you that you can't do something, that's impossible, because every person can do everything, you know. It's God gave us so many talents, God gave us so many opportunities, and so much time to use all our how can I say that, talents, you know. Talents. And I don't know, I just can't say that about influence from bad people can only motivate you even more. That's because when you show them that you can do something what they said you can, then they will they will shut up, you know. And you will just grow.
We had a similar article not too long ago about a player being rejected, and it's we came to the conclusion that at the end it's an opinion, and this is a game, and sports and in life everybody's gonna have opinions. So it's just the same way that maybe somebody will tell you that you're better than you actually think you are. There's gonna be people that tell you you're worse than you think you are. So just kind of how do we see them as an opinion, and like you said, believe in the talent that you've been given, and whether you believe in God or wherever essence gave you that talent, put it in that work. I think is something that the boys have privileged to be part of a ECNL group, and we're going to struggle at times individually and as a group, but it's good for them to hear that a person that has played at such a high level has been through those same feelings, not the same stage, but perhaps the same feeling. And because we're human, we should have the ability to react to them in the same manner. Next question. So I know you're a defender, and the article that they read was Ronaldinho, and obviously everybody loves the creativity from attacking players. I was cut in between when I was younger. I was a little bit more attacking, then I was more defensive when I got to a better level. And I learned to find the beauty and creativity in defending. And when I was looking at your highlights, I saw all the tackles, and I saw not only when you win the ball, but as soon as you get the ball, you win the ball to go in and start the next play. For you, what's the most creative part of your game? I need some of our boys to be able to enjoy the beauty of defending, because at the end of the day, defending is the start of the attack. And no
Yeah.
matter where you are on the field, you're going to be demanded to defend. So tell me about defending. What do you love about it? What's your most creative part?
Yeah. For me personally, I have to be honest, because when I came from Croatia, I thought, I was, I didn't have to improve a lot, and now I see that I have so much space to work on, and even on tackles, headers, because here in England, for example, or Scotland, there is so big influence of the small details. If you go for a header, and if you don't give your hands up, you will get kicked, and the ref won't blow a whistle, and maybe they will
You didn't
have.
see that in Croatia. That wasn't in Croatia.
No, in Croatia there wasn't like that, and there will be opportunity for the opposition to score, So I would say for me as a defender, I like to, from the attacking aspect of view, I like to do diags, change the game quickly, because when I come getting the ball from the fullbacks, my first option is always right winger, for example, and I like to do that, because if you do like pass to the first man next to you,
Yep.
the game will be slower, and
It's very predictable.
yeah, predictable. Yeah, that's the good word. And but for defending, yeah, I like to, when is for example 1v1 situation, and if striker is back to me, it's if he's in front of me, I'm trying always to get a ball before him, because it gets much easier for you, and then there is many opportunities to pass the ball, and but if you find yourself 1v1 direct with the striker, first thought is that you can't let him in the box, of course, and you have to just push him on the weaker foot, because his control of the ball will be it will be harder for him, and yeah, that's basically it,
Yeah, so all of the boys here, I mean, he just went on and like not only explaining to us what he enjoys, but he just gave us almost a tactical analysis as to like what you should be doing when you're a defender, because it's not just getting that ball back, being aware of where you're on the field, and he said first thing, don't let him get in the box, and you better be taking notes, because I will ask you this when I see you guys again. Hey, if you're in a scenario, maybe our defensive third, instinctually in your brain is, I can't let him get in the box. And then what was can anybody tell me the next thing that he said when you're defending? What's up, Harry?
To push him onto his weaker foot so he can do less.
Correct. So all of these things go beyond your simple ability of even how good or how bad of you are of a defender in the action. That's just things that with your brain you identify, and now you are a better defender.
But you said one good sentence, like today is defending is new attacking, because if you defend well, there is a 90% of a possibility that you will win the game, and if you defend together, when your teammate is 1v1 with the player, you have to cover him, not just like he will handle, maybe he pass, maybe he take the ball, maybe he don't, I don't care, it's not my position, that's the worst, in football, when you don't care about your teammate.
So what you're saying is, while you're going and defending and thinking, I'm not going to let him get in the box, the people around you got to have that same mindset, right? So it's like, if he allows him to get in the box, I'm not gonna. So there's that accountability that many of us is, oh, he's a good defender, he's gonna take over. We're humans, and we have some sort of error within us, and sometimes they might get biased. I think another thing to your point of how close it is to the attack. I saw a lot of your highlights. You're putting in tackles almost at half, and you're the last defender. And that's very dangerous. And I think we give attacking players a lot of praise for all of their creativity and personality. But to make a tackle close to the half line, knowing that the next player is your goalkeeper, you need to be very brave. And from there, now when we think attack, now we're starting our attack at half as opposed to starting it all the way back near the keeper. But that has to be all synchronized as a team and believing in each other. So the individual player being courageous, I think we don't give enough credit to the defenders for that. And just seeing it in your highlights was really good, Ben. We'll go right into the next one so that we don't take too much time. We'll go with there was a part in the article where his dad has told him that, hey, whenever you feel that you're out of place, go to your creativity, that's going to get you through. And perhaps at times when a coach is being too structured, they use calculating in the article. He encouraged him to resort to his creativity. So I just want to hear your thoughts on the difference between creativity and structure. Have you ever had a coach that perhaps is too structured and minimizes your creativity and it may hurt your game? Or have you perhaps had a coach that allows for too much creativity and you lose a sense of the team structure, and now you feel that the team is not as strong? If you could just give me an example of either or.
Yeah, that's a good question, because I had both type of the coaches, and for example, in period when we had a coach who was only about the tactical, tactical way, and who was more defending. It seems at the end, it seemed like we are just defending even against worse team than us, and at the end of the day, sometimes we will got beaten because, for example, our wingers or number 10 or striker, they lost the creativity to score a goal, they lost everything, and they don't have in their mindset to actually do that defending. So they are somewhere in between, they are not scoring goal, they are not doing their things where they are the best, and they are not actually defending because you can't say, you can't say number 10 who has 20 assists on the season and go defend and make a tackle, you know what I mean. So they were somewhere in between, and that season wasn't so good with that coach. And but on the other hand, if you have too much what is the word you said,
too much freedom or too much creativity?
Freedom, too much creativity and too much freedom, it can be like a confusion, every player would do whatever they want, and if there is a little bit touch of the coach, like finished touch from the coach to make a perfect team, it will be a big confusion, and one player will be defending, next player will be who is the right back, finish on the center back or on the right wing, and he stays on the opposition half and he don't come back, So from my opinion is that everything has to have a structure, that every player knows what they have to do from defending side from defending point of view and from attacking point of view. But there are, basics, but it means a lot in the game. Means a lot, but really a lot in the game. and yeah, coach has to give a player freedom in the game, especially forward players and wingmans, midfielders. Yeah, but
Yeah,
from
no,
defenders, now in these days, lots of clubs respect players, two kind of players. Now depends what kind of club,
go ahead.
player who can play, actually pass the ball, and lots of clubs respect that players who are simple, from the back, just the simple things, they are defending well, they are pass the ball, on the midfielders, and that's it.
So now, so what you're saying is perhaps it might not even be enough to be a good defender nowadays. You might need more than that.
It seems like
Or it's
that,
dependent on the coach.
Huh?
Or it's dependent on the coach.
I would say depending on the coach. Yeah. For example, when I was in Leicester, they are asking from defenders that they can pass the ball through the lines, first line, second line, third line, to the striker, even on the ground, switch the play, 2 touches, 3 touches maximum, because there is a lot of pressure,
Mm-hmm.
But for example, here is much different situation, they got used to play just long balls, and
Mm-hmm.
it's a different type of the football, but you
You have to adjust.
you need to adjust,
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, we look at Ronaldinho, and I think he's probably one of the most, in my opinion, the most talented players that has ever played. And I enjoy the idea that you always have to go to your creativity in the channel that it's to enjoy the game, because you got to remember that it is a game.
and yeah.
But when it comes to a certain level, I think without the structure, the creativity can get lost. And I think that might have been, and it doesn't just go on the field. I mean, without the structure, with the structure, I think Ronaldinho would have been able to gone for many years at that level. And I think that might make the difference, because I could even make the statement that Ronaldinho is more talented than Messi. But Messi,
Yeah, of course, I agree with you 100%.
and Messi was just put into a structure from the age of 12, and he committed to it. And those two together are what allowed for his consistency. So be as creative as you can and enjoy the game. But I would say, like you were saying, that it varies on the coach, but you got to be willing to adjust and be able to implement your creativity within any structure to be able to survive throughout your soccer career. So those were all the questions with regards to the article. I'm just going to ask you 2 last ones, and then we'll open it up for some people that may have questions. After you're done, and I know this is a question that's many times we don't think about, but once you're done as being a football player, what do you see Ben doing after
football?
After football player? Yeah, I mean, you can still be football for the rest of your life, but just football player.
Yeah. You mean after I finish football, what I want to do?
What made you want to do once you finish playing football? Because maybe you can still be an agent, you can be a coach, but what do you see yourself doing after being a player?
So from this point of view, it's hard to say. No, I'm 22 now.
Yeah.
But I'm still seeing myself in football, but not as a coach. Not as a coach because, for example, because I can see how difficult it is, for the coaches now in these times. And if you were an ex-player, maybe if you put like your vision into the game, like you as a coach, and you played before 10 years ago, and game will be much more different in 10 years, 15 years in and forward, But I still see myself in football, maybe helping with some of the players, the stuff what there is not a lot in these days. There is a lots of agents, lots of you know what I mean.
Yeah.
There is lots of them. So, but there is no one like who can actually help you to develop yourself through the football and through the life, as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we'll see.
Yeah, we don't.
I will play tennis as well a little bit because
Very as well.
yeah.
Nice.
So yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's hard to say now.
No, I know that's true. No. I just always
Yeah.
try to encourage the boys, and anybody I talk to, regardless of where you are at. I think even Messi will one day have to remove the word player from football, and just having an idea of what am I going to be doing after this, because I think throughout the career you're going to gain so much from my boys and you and the coaches now, or even Messi. They're going to gain so much, and you're going to have so much to give back. So just thinking of what football is like without the player word in it.
Yeah, now it's difficult
Yeah,
situation as well. Now it's
it
similar,
must
and
be,
I don't know, man.
because it's
I
your
don't
every
feel.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess for me, it's just keeping in mind that this stage is preparing you for whatever's coming.
Prepare. Exactly.
And you're going to be ready
Exactly.
for whatever's next. And then the last question from me, what advice would you give Ben when he was 13 years old today?
If I was 13 years old today, what I will give?
What would you tell him?
What I will
Yeah.
I would tell him, like I started this conversation, just like work hard. That's the most important thing, because we can see that talent is only 10%, and I agree 100% with that, because talent is maybe 10-20% of the game, because if you put all of your hard work into the job you want to be one day, and you are still, if you are in football and you want to be a footballer, it's really, really important that you give everything in that job. So sleeping well, eating well. That's most important thing, I think.
So
I found out.
What you're saying is that hard work is not only going 100 miles per hour on the field. That hard work may mean sleep and eat and all these other.
Yeah. I can say that it means a lot, because if you eat well, and I mean, for example, I changed my nutrition in last 1 year, because I had before many injuries, long time injuries, like 7-8 months, 3 times. And I said to myself, if you have to change something, there is something wrong, and you're not doing something well. And I changed a bit my nutrition and type of the living, sleeping more than before, and it helped me a lot, and but when I was 13, I would say, just spend as much time on the playground as you can. No computer, I mean, everyone are doing the same now in these days,
Yeah.
video games, computer, PlayStation. That's normal, but I would say, lots of football stuff and football drills I learned on the football ground next to my school, and I was spending there like 4 hours a day. And I would say, just try not to follow the generation, these days, at that times, because we have to. They have to enjoy in life, in the life what is giving us, So
That's very true. Like getting caught up with the generation, and I think the pathway to becoming a soccer player may vary a little bit, but the generation doesn't dictate the amount of work that you have to put in. You still gotta eat well. You still gotta sacrifice a lot of friendships, even family relationships. But no, I think especially in this time where it's a strange time because of COVID-19, and we can't always be on the field, or we can't always be with the ball. I think you hit a great point as to hard work is not just what you do on the field. Hard work is, can I go and read an article on what it means to eat right? Can I go read an article on what it means to sleep well? What does a professional athlete need if that's my goal? So I think all of that is things that us as a club and our players can take into consideration, especially in this time where we can't go play because of the virus that's going around. So Ben, thank you so much. That's it from me. But I know we have some questions. Man, I had so much fun with you. Learning about
Yeah, man, we can talk. I wanted to say just one thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for my English because it's not perfect. And I mean, I would like to say even more, but I still don't know to speak very well, you know. So.
Oh, that's good. No, I mean,
next time I will be better.
Next time maybe if you come to the US, we'll hang out.
Yeah.
But like it's similar because we've had several Croatian players. So some of your dialect reminds me of some of our players. When you're saying, you know what I mean? There's a player.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
But all right, let's open it up. We'll take maybe 3 or 4 questions. Okay, very quick ones. Is that okay, Phil? Ben?
Yeah, fine.
Okay. So I know Alex he's not normally on the calls with us. So Alex, if you have one, if not, no worries. We'll go on with the kids. But I know I want to get you out there with the question.
Yeah, I can definitely ask one.
Fan.
Yeah. Oh, hold up.
Look at this.
I don't know if you can see this. This is me, and that's your gaffer. That's Brendan Rodgers and me up at the training grounds. I actually used to work for the club, but based over here. But anyway, Benko, it's a pleasure to speak with you. I was actually at your debut against St. Mirren. It was a terrible game. I'm sure you remember it well.
Yeah, 0-0.
Yeah, it was miserable, but I was there. But one thing I wanted to ask, during your time with the club, which player that you played with was the most impressive, and why did that player impress you the most?
You mean in Celtic or?
Yeah.
In Celtic. It's a hard one. From the youngsters, from the young players, I would say Mikey Johnston. He has so much skills in Celtic, the more skillful player in the group. But all-around player who has the passing, defending, I would say Callum McGregor.
Okay. Excellent.
Yeah, but besides, we all know that Odson is the best player in the team. So he knows that. And but I would like to have one Callum McGregor in the team.
Yeah.
All day long, man.
But it's good because I'm sure a lot of the boys on Carlos's team don't know who Callum McGregor or Mikey Johnston are, so now they can go do some research into some Celtic players. So.
Yeah.
Write that down and go look them up. Actually, I'm gonna try to find a game of yours and just send it to them through this website that we have enrolled. But that's a good question, Alex. Alec, sorry, I always get that. Anybody else, boys? We can Dre, Ivan, if you want to as well. All right, let's go, Harry.
I'm gonna ask the one that Miller asked me to ask him.
Let me just give him a background a little bit. So
Okay.
we have
Cool.
a player that is a big Leicester fan, and his mom was mad. She was like, "Why did you make this at 9 a.m.? My kid has school." I was like, "He's coming from Croatia. I have no control." Like, so he told Harry, like, "Can you please ask him this because I'm a big Leicester fan." So go ahead, Harry.
Okay, he texted me. If you are you going to the meeting? Ask this dude all about Leicester. I have school classes, so would appreciate if you could ask him what Jamie Vardy and James Maddison is like, etc. I'm so mad I can't be there.
Yeah, they are great boys, and when I came, especially Wardy welcomed me very well, and I can say that Jamie Vardy did a lot through his career because he came from the 5th division to win a Premier League. That's amazing, you know, achievement, and I can say only big respect to him. But they are really good lads and big professionals as well. Because when you are on the training ground every day, and when you see that even Jamie Vardy can eat good stuff, train in the gym every day, I ask myself why I can't do that. You know, I have to do as well. And yeah, I really enjoyed it to be in the company with him, with these two boys. Yeah, good.
All right, cool. Thanks.
Thank you, Harry. All right, I need two more questions. Eli.
What types of goals do you have for yourself? Whether it's like winning a title for your club or country or something.
What types of the goals? Can you say again, please?
Like,
Yeah.
what types of like achievements do you want have for yourself, or you want to get?
What I want to get? Yeah. Yeah. For me, I did in this couple of years. I didn't expect that I will get so many trophies, especially last season with Celtic when we won treble in one season. So that was a really big moment in my life. And now I set few goals in my life that I would like to play with my national team on the big competition like World Cup or Euro, and I would like to play the Premier League as well, and like I said, one day to play with Celtic in Champions League as well. So yeah, I'm just going day by day. You know, I enjoy every day. Really, I enjoy. When I'm on the pitch, I'm the happiest person. You know, because of all of the injuries I had before. Now I'm just grateful for the trainings, for the games, and that's it. Yeah.
That's good. So what you're saying is probably just to start, your biggest goal is to stay healthy, huh?
Yeah, that was after my last injury. That was my biggest goal, just to stay healthy, do whatever I can do to be fit, and I manage now like 7 months without any small injuries. I trained every day, played.
Good. That's good.
Played. Yeah, so it's good.
Well, we're happy to hear you're staying healthy. I need one last question, guys. And Alex, if you want to ask another one, go right ahead.
I mean, I have a ton written down, so I can ask one.
Go ahead, sneak them in while we can.
So, Benko, one of the things you said is that you'd like to play for Celtic again. I mean, I'm a huge fan. I've been a fan of the club since a boy. So I know why I love it. But from the player's perspective, what makes the club so special?
Yeah, I mean, you are not the first person, and you guys in the group that I said that because why? Because I'm type of the player who don't like to be in the club. I mean, it can be like club who pays the millions, you know, millions of to your contract and that, you know. But I don't like that, you know. When I came in Celtic, I said, this is what I want, you know. This is what I want to be on that pitch, with that crowd, you know. And it means a lot, you know. You feel like fulfilled, you know. It means something it means a lot to play for that club. And when you see that supporters in the city center as well, when you are walking around, when you're coming on the game, thousands of people are in front of the stadium, just every game, you know, if you play against bottom team in the league, if you're playing against Rangers, all the time is the same. And just that emotions, what you feel while you on the training ground or on the Lennox Town, or in the games. It's amazing, you know. That's why I said to myself, if there will be opportunity one day, I would love to come back. Yeah.
From my perspective, I'd love to have you back as well, but I don't make those decisions. Maybe one day.
Me neither. Me neither. Me neither. Depends of the club, you know, the club's choice.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, Ben, like I said, we really appreciate your time. This was a lot of fun. I think we couldn't have gotten better material in one training session, regardless of who comes and coaches it. We got some tactics, we got definition of mentorship, we broke down the definition of hard work, we learned from your experiences, injuries, your success. So I think I don't even think it was an hour, but we really appreciate everything that you've taught us, me as a coach and them as players, and the other coaches. So we really appreciate you for taking the time. It's a lot for us to take in. And I'm going to send you guys the names of the players that he mentioned. I'm going to try to get you a game of Ben. And we wish you nothing but the best, man. We wish that you stay healthy. And hopefully we can stay connected. I'd love to meet you one day.
Yeah, me too. No, thank you guys for the call, and I really enjoyed in this meeting. And I hope you will start now enjoy with your families and in your trainings at home, and hopefully to catch up soon.
Yes. Thank you, man. And stay safe. Yeah, stay safe with this virus.
Yeah. Okay, man. Take
All
care,
right,
guys,
boys.
and take care.
Take care, boys. I'll see
Take
you
care.
next week.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Thank you,
Bye,
Alex.
Coach.
Jay, Ivan.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.